What was science in the 18th century? Good question. I would characterise it as being defined by 4 key features. The first of which is empiricism. So what we see in this period is a turn away from basing knowledge and basing fact on rhetoric or on argumentation and towards studying the physical world around us. The second key feature I would use to define 18th century science is an increased public participation. The 18th century is the so-called age of Enlightenment, when we see great cultural value being placed on education and on learning. For the middling and upper ranks in Europe, this comes alongside an increased public wealth, an expansion in wealth and expansion in a bit of disposable income and spare time. And this means that an increasing number of the wider public has the capacity to go out and study the natural world, and they do so with great enthusiasm. The third key feature I would use to characterise 18th century science is that of collecting. Now all the public needs to do is literally open its front door, step out into the wider world, and there you have a great big landscape that can be studied and collected and brought together in people's homes. My fourth key characteristic of 18th century science is that of classification, and this is probably what the 18th century is best known for. So the increase of collecting, the increase of stuff not just from within Europe but also from the wider world as a result of global travel, global trade and of course imperialism, means that 18th century scholars needed to find new ways of organising and classifying knowledge. So we have the development of new systems of taxonomy by people like Carl von Linnaeus, but also by the de Jussieu dynasty in France, who try to organise knowledge in a logical and retrievable fashion. So those are my 4 key features of 18th century science: increased empiricism, increased public participation, increased collecting, and development of new classificatory systems.